All right, so this is a OOP practice test. Question one, right? We're given two classes, and it kind of looks like the second class here seems to be inheriting from the employee class, and we'll talk more about what that means in a second here, right? So it's pretty basic code. It's like a short code, right? So this shouldn't take us too long. We go down here to the main method, right, within our driver class, and we just start running code, right? So right here, it looks like I'm declaring an employee reference. Its name is ES, right? And what it's being assigned to, it's not being assigned to an employee, but it's being assigned to a manager rather, which is totally fine because manager is a subclass of employee, right? You know, manager extends employee, meaning that manager would be the subclass, employee would be the superclass, right? So we're assigning a manager object to an employee reference. So what does that mean? What can this manager object really see? Okay, so it can see all of the employee methods, right? It can see all the employee methods and all the, like, the variables or whatnot associated with employee. Now, what can it see from the manager class? Right? What it can see is any overridden methods that came from employee first, but then were overridden in manager, right? So you see how this is public void work with no args, right? And you see how this is also public void work with no args, right? So this method actually overwrites this method, right? So when I call es.work, I since I'm a manager object, but like with an employee reference sort of perspective, right? I actually I go to my subclass, right, or whatever class that I am, and I see if it's overwritten, right? Is the work method overwritten? Yes, it is, right? Because I had the same sort of parameters here. I had the same prototype, um, and it was exactly copied down here, right? These are exactly the same. It's just that it does something a little different. So I'm gonna choose the method from the manager class because I overrid it. I overwrit the employee one. So now we're dealing with this guy, right? So what am I going to print to the screen? I'm going to print out manager slacking off, right? And just to go ahead and verify that, we can go to here. And yes, it does look like the manager slacking off would be the answer you'd want to pick. I hope that helped.